So mixed doubles semi-final and the qualifiers. Ko and Ha from Korea up against the defending champion Jung Eun, but of course with a new partner this year, Jin. So what a revelation this Korean pair have been. Battled their way through the qualifying. 2 matches in the qualifying rounds on Tuesday. And then first round on the Wednesday, they were lucky enough to have a walkover against a pair from America. But then disposed of the number 8 and 4 seeds in the second round and quarterfinal.
Are from China, ZHENG Jin and Ma Jin.
So the Chinese pair announced onto court by our MC Hilary Atkinson. First of all, of course, we're looking at the Koreans. Jung Eun, who has won this title for the last 2 years with the great Gao-ling. So for the Koreans, well, who would have thought this at the beginning of the tournament? Semi-finalists. Jung Eun, there he is, defending champion, as always seems to have that strapping on his elbow. That elbow injury prevented him from playing in the middle of the French Open last year. Or was that 2 years ago? I think that was 2 years ago, actually. So the umpire, right from New Zealand, doing the toss of the coin.
Side? Side? And receive? Huh? Receive?
Jung Eun, 25 years of age. His new partner, Ma Jin. This only their 4th ever tournament together. Of course, they formed their partnership after the Beijing Olympics and the retirement of the great Gao-ling. They had been the number 2 seeds in the Olympic Games, Jung Eun and Gao-ling. Missed out in the first round to the British pairing of Nathan Robertson and Gail Ems. And like Gao-ling, Gail Ems retired after those Olympic Games. So as far as the Chinese are concerned, their route through to today's semi-final, beaten 2-seeded pairs on their route. Second round against number 5 seeds Thomas Laybourne and Camilo Ruta-Yule. They, of course, were the runners-up at this particular event in 2005. Got the opening game there, but came back in 55 minutes. And then the quarterfinal against the number 2 seeds, the Olympic champions Lee Yong-dae and Lee Ho-jung. Once again, going the full distance. That match lasting 1 hour and 5 minutes. So for the Koreans, they, of course, have had a sensational tournament. Jung Eun, she, 21 years of age, though she'll turn 22 next month, and what a tournament she has had in particular, because, of course, she was in the semi-final of the women's doubles, the first match on court number 2 here on semi-finals day, and missing out in that semi-final. So she'll be wanting to make amends here in the mixed doubles. Now, they are about to play their 6th match. Well, 5th match, actually, because, of course, they had that walkover in the first round. Anthony Clark and Donna Kellogg, the current European champions, disposed of in yesterday's quarter-final. 3 tough games, 54 minutes for that. Well, I don't quite know where he's been hiding prior to this All England Championships, but he certainly has made an impression here in Birmingham.
Players ready, please. Thank you.
The umpire, Mike Wright from New Zealand. The service judge will be Phil James of England.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Hyun, Jung Eun, Korea. On my left, Jin, China.
The Chinese pair, there they are in the red shirts.
Jin serve.
Ma Jin and Zheng Bo. Zheng Bo, of course, defending the title he won for the last 2 years with Gao Ling, now with his new partner. Hyun and Jung Eun, who have come through the qualifying rounds to be here in the semi-final. Disposed of 2 seeded pairs en route. Second round victory over the number 8 seed Sukhit Prakamol and Sarali Thongkan. And then the number 4 seeds in the quarterfinal, the reigning European champions Anthony Clark and Donna Kellogg, went the full distance. But I have to say I was very, very impressed, considering their inexperience in these big matches, big tournaments, that the Koreans played such a solid game when it absolutely mattered.
That's true, Jill. I would say the solid word is the correct word. And then sometimes when Ko is not there, there was an opportunity for Anthony and Donna yesterday. But when he's ready on court, he's so difficult to get through.
Now, as far as this man is concerned, Zheng Bo, many people felt that when he was playing with Gao Ling, she was such an outstanding player in the mixed doubles event, women's doubles as well. I think people tended to underestimate the ability of Zheng Bo. Because, of course, Gao Ling was playing so many winners, intercepting so many shots at the front of the court, but he had to be hitting the shuttle in the right place to bring her into the game and enable her to intercept. So it's going to be absolutely fascinating to me to see how this new partnership develops. Of course, great expectations on Ma Jin. Fill the shoes of the great Gao Ling. Tough call. Something that young Jenny Warwick here in England is having to cope with now, partnering Nathan Robertson. Filling the shoes of their ends.
5-2.
Service over. 3-8.
Just missed it, but my goodness, that was the right idea.
3-5.
Yeah, just touch the shuttle.
4-5.
Chen Xingdong.
Service over. 6-4.
Is that a sign of nerves?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, this is the beginning of the match, and obviously Ko is not really into the match yet. And there's been certain mistakes, not only from the Koreans, but also from the Chinese. Hasn't really come up at the intensity which I expect it will come within this set. Have so much to give in to this game, both pairs, so I really expect an extraordinarily good game, even though that China maybe is the favorite. Seen tremendous form from Hyun and Ko.
Service over. 7-6.
He's an imposing figure when he comes forward, isn't he, Jingbo?
8-6.
Wonderful reception. Applauded by coach Jung Jin.
Service over. 7-8.
Clever, clever play. 242. 150 miles per hour.
Service over.
Looks guilty of taking her eye off the shuttle, watching her opponents, seeing where they were moving.
Big 9. That's wrong. 9.
Service over. 5-11.
Absolutely delighted with that.
8-9.
Oh, what a shot.
Over. 10-8.
Chen Xingdong, the Chinese coach, really does get very animated when he sits behind the court.
Service over. 9-10. Service over.
Well,
11-9.
he's certainly trying to do the right thing. He's stepping forward to those pushes in the mid-court area, desperately trying to take it early. And tactically, that's the right thing to do.
要么你位置往上靠，你敢拿这一拍；要么你没有把握的话，你把球拿起来过头，他这样攻一点威胁没有。这是一个。第二个，你控制何德恩的那个头顶那个半区的时候，也不要给平发球。那他从之前他们攻下来，球长，球很难出， 给高一点，他站稳了可以换成正手去抽都可以。
Well, look at that. We talked about
这个一定要注意。另外
the
一个
fact that
你拿球封
Zheng
的时候，
Bo was a very
看
solid
两
player.
边手长，他都在下面够得到。打追身，他只能分
Very
两边。
physical player. He's not making many errors either.
可以多拿。
And as we expected, several winners because he really is a powerhouse. You can't blame your partner with statistics like that, can you?
9. Play. Well, 9.
What are Zheng Bo's weaknesses? Because he is such a powerful player. Is it trying to make him move?
One thing, definitely, get him moving around on the court. Then, instead of just fighting him, because he's very good when the shot comes fast towards him, then take the pace out sometimes, so he has to adjust himself. He's not such a good player when he needs to adjust things, but just playing it hard, he's really good.
Yeah. And the power once again, the attacking play, aggressive rally.
15-9.
He really is imposing himself on the match. That's certainly his style of play.
11-12.
From 10-9 to 15-9.
10-15.
And as far as the qualifiers are concerned, really do need a little run of points from right now. That's a couple where he's enjoyed the success of playing the drop shot, which is exactly what you were suggesting he did. Take the pace out of the shuttle. Oh, very good smash. Saw that Jung Eun was weighted, committed to a forehand defence, aiming towards her left hip.
16.
The racket on the forehand side. No way she could adjust and play the backhand defence.
Over. 12-16.
Double hit again. Do you think Ma Jin is trying to take too much at the net and perhaps would be better to let it go through to her partner?
Yeah, definitely. I think Ma Jin maybe is trying to do too much at the net because she really wants to show that I'm good enough. And sometimes that is not the right thoughts to have.
16.
Well, it's just as well his smash was a winner because he hadn't recovered, he hadn't got back to his base position at all. But the Koreans, I said they needed a little run of points. They've done well. They've narrowed the margin to just 1 point. It's interesting that the Chinese seem to be directing an awful lot of their attacking play at the man, Hyun.
Ladies and gentlemen, we politely remind you that there is no photography permitted in the arena.
That's a great return of the flick serve, the first flick serve of the match. And that's why the flick serves aren't often used at this level of doubles. Gifting away the attacking play from the onset of the rally.
Service over. 18-16.
Service over. 16-13.
Service fault called. Shuttle struck above the waist, says Phil James.
18.
Well, I do think that the definition of a waist has certainly changed since I was playing. Players allowed to hit the shuttle higher and higher on serve, but undoubtedly that one was too high. That was great tactics from the Koreans, isolating the lady. Ma Jung at the back of the court, waiting for the opportunity there, quite happy to keep her to the back until the opportunity to come forward. Perfect tactics for mixed doubles. And the scores are levelled.
Play.
15-17.
But you have to give credit to the Queens who are forcing her under pressure by coming forward, looking to take the shuttle early. Just long off the back line.
Service over. 19-all.
That was good judgment. Drifts long, and having held
20.
the 1 point lead, now they find themselves a game point down. Game point to the defending champion, Jingbo. Well saved though.
Service over.
20 points all, and once again, as we've seen so often in these All England Championships, extra points required. Keep playing until there's a 2 clear point winning margin.
Service over.
Good pressure play
21,
from Jung
20.
Eun. Second opportunity to close out this opening game. Giving instructions to his partner. Well, she looked to be under pressure just a few rallies ago, but suddenly on this second game point, played a brilliant rally, 3 consecutive interceptions, and the opening game 22-20. So the qualifiers, well, they've dropped games earlier on in the competition, and have to again if they're to come back in this.
你占便宜不是他占便宜，这是一个。第二个，女的拿球啊，她球重，特别冲。你这球一旦抢了网拿了球之后，球一旦加了你不要了，你就是看前面上，让郑博一看你勾他挡他都可以。我的妈起球其实太多了。这是一个，另外一个你要注意一个，你挡不敢。另外一个你要拿球的时候，他这个手给你撑闪特极限。对对对。不要去给他那种劲儿。
Crikey, look at that. 10 of the 11 errors from the Chinese pair coming from Ma Jin.
就开始。
打他就行了，完全有能力打他。OK 啊。
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, during that interval, a statistic came up about the errors as far as the Chinese pair are concerned. 11 errors, and 10 of them had come from Ma Jin. We thought she would feel the pressure.
Second game.
Certainly, there were signs of it earlier on, but that final rally, she played quite brilliantly. And of course, that opening game in favour of the Chinese, 22-20.
One love.
This Chinese pair reached the final last week at the German Open Grand Prix event.
2-love. Service over. 1-2.
Yeah, good judgment, just short of that front service line.
All.
I've been really impressed with Hyun, the way when she comes forward, she's really got her racket held high and outstretched in front of her. And that's why she's been able to play these lovely little intercepted blocks in a downward direction. She's not hitting the shuttle up, she's coming over the shuttle.
Yeah, I totally agree, and that's why maybe when you see Ma Jin, she doesn't look that strong. One of the reasons is because of her, she's in control, she's higher reaching towards the shuttle than Ma Jin is, and therefore Ma Jin is continuously in a defensive position. And it's hard work for Ma Jin, but she's still in there. She's still trying to force her way in order to help ZHENG Jin in this mixed double. So also a credit to her, not just being too nervous and doesn't do anything. She actually still tries to do a lot of things in order to keep the position.
couple of semi-finals, of course, for this new Chinese pair last year. China Open and Hong Kong Open, the last two Super Series events of the year. That's a wonderful smash. Once again, spotting that Jung Eun was weighted, committed to her forehand defence. There she is, racket forehand side, almost like a crouch defence, wanting to sort of drive the shuttle back on the forehand side. And when it's played across her body, it's impossible for her then to defend. Definite drift here at the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham. Oof! Goodness, that was close. Long by a whisker. Now, there is no doubt that the shuttles are flying a little faster going towards that far end. The shuttle's very light, of course, and if there is a bit of a wind, a bit of a drift in the arena, then the shuttle get caught in that wind. I sort of expect Zheng Bo to somehow take control of this now, having won the opening game. He's the one with so much experience in the mixed doubles event. When you think that in 2007, he won 7 titles with Gao Ling. I mean, he's used to winning. And I just sort of sense that perhaps he's going to take control and knows how to finish off matches. The Koreans don't know that. They've never got this far before in an open tournament. But having said that, the way the Koreans have performed so far, I mean, quite frankly, anything's possible.
Definitely, there's one thing that you can't take away from the Koreans. They believe that they have a chance, and they are really fighting for that possibility. And still, the complexity, I think we call it, when they are really playing well together. I think the Koreans are better than the Chinese right now.
Yeah, good point. Interchange better, don't they? More awareness of where the partner is on court. Yeah, that's a clever play from Ma Jin. Jin Dong still doesn't seem to be pleased even when they play a brilliant rally.
Service over. 6-8.
4-5.
Jing. Over. 9-6.
Yeah, delightful change of pace from the big man, Zheng Bo. Lost count of the number of times he's played winners from drop shots.
7-9.
Leaps in the air, looks as if he's going to thunder down the smash, and then checks the racket head at the last moment just to play the delicate little drop shot. never-ending instructions. Would you like that as a player, to hear the coach continually talking to you?
No, I think it will be interfering with the concentration. And to be fair to Ma Jing, it is really tough. I mean, Zheng Bo is not supporting, and the coach is really being unsatisfied with the way she's playing. And then the Koreans are really putting a lot of pressure on Ma Jing, so she feels that she's all alone on the court. That must be very tough.
Yeah, indeed. That is a superb smash from Ko Sun Hyun. 260 kilometers an hour. 162 miles an hour.
Service over. 10-9.
Return of serve was superb. Stood her ground,
10.
hunted the next shuttle. Racket up ready. Short, sharp movement of that racket head, tapping the shuttle down. Well, Paul, Eric, you were talking earlier about the commitment of the Koreans. Certainly this pair throughout this tournament have been sensational in that department. More winners from Zheng Bo. It's interesting to me because with both pairs, it's the man that's hitting more winners. And so often when we saw the classic mixed doubles players like Gao Ling and Gail Ems, the majority of the winners came from the front of the court, from the women. But that's different now.
Play.
That is different. Quite surprisingly, concerning the Koreans, I was expecting that the Chinese, that Zheng Bo will make more winners. So I'm a bit surprised about the statistics, because I really think she's been playing a really good net game, but maybe she hasn't been making that many winners.
Yeah. Oh, it's just wide.
Is controlling the net by blocking more, not hitting a hard shot from the net, and that gives Ko the opportunity to smash. Maybe that's the reason.
11-all. Let's push wide.
12-11.
Himself towards the net on that return of serve. Desperate to try and put his opponents under pressure, but just pushing it long of that back line. Oh, that's unbelievable. What an angle. Approval, that was jolly good. Certainly was. Yeah, brilliant. absolutely brilliant. 268. 66 miles an hour.
Over. 14-12. Play. Jing, play.
1 time, she dropped the racket head and dire consequences. Yeah. Hyun Jin urging her to keep her racket up.
All.
And I suspect being advised to use his power. It looks so simple. It doesn't have to be a spectacular shot. Lady in mixed doubles just push the shuttle in a downward direction into that mid-court area. She does have a weakness on defence, though. Very much committed to the forehand side.
15-16.
Just short of that front service line. Very positive on the return of serve. And it needs positive play at this stage in a game. Can't afford to be passive. Drive on defence from Jin, getting the thumbs up from the coach, and rightly so. He's back into the lead once again, the Chinese pair. Relentless from the front. Jung Eun. Level once again. haven't seen this player being successful previously to this tournament.
It is unbelievable. I mean, such a speed he has generated in the offensive situation. He must have had some results before, but well, it's also a matter of who you're teaming up with, and I think actually Ha is such a good player teaming up with Ko. It will be a mixed double for Korea in the future, definitely.
Significantly, it means, of course, that the Koreans have now 2 game points to level this semi-final at 1 game or send it to a deciding game.
Play.
Return.
It's over.
1 game point saved.
20.
Remains. Just a word of advice to his partner. Obviously told her that he was going to flick serve down the centre of the court. Winning smash, 252 kilometres an hour.
24.
Game points have come and gone. Extra points required once more. Return of serve. Jingbo absolutely livid with himself.
21-20.
Third game point opportunity for the Koreans. Ha has only won 2 points off her serve during this whole game. So missing another opportunity. From Jingbo, changing the pace, changing the angle of his attacking shot, and that got Ma Jin involved in the front of the court, where she's able to make the difference. So having saved 3 game points in this second game, now the Chinese on a match point, 280 kilometres an hour, 174 miles an hour. What a rally! Badminton of the very highest quality. (22-all). Just guiding the shuttle flat over the net into the open space, that mid-court area. This time able to deal with the backhand action, the smash down her forehand side. And now, for a fourth time, it's game point. Badminton, intense, dynamic.
24-22.
Hyun Jin applauds his players, and why not? They have taken the second game, 24-22.
제가 계속 배워 스매시 파워가 떨어지니까 스트레스는 보이잖아요. 세게 받침하고 툭만 되는 딱 벽만 보고 다시 한번 맞추고 탁 대고 들어가고 스윙이 제가 정말 꼭 빼줘. 이렇게 밀어간다.
两个人耐心一点，一定要把对方打死，没问题的啊！两下拿球的自己坚持果断一点，一定要准备要快，连接要快才行。这问题中注意就是。
Yeah, winners at the net. Very much coming from the women. 8 of the 9, as far as the Koreans are concerned, in favour of Park. And perhaps with the Chinese, just an indication of how often ZHENG Jin is prepared to come forward and intimidate from the front of the court. We really are being treated to an absolute thriller here. This mixed doubles semi-final. Well, poor Eric, you said towards the end of that second game that the Koreans, having come through the qualifying, were a pair for the future. They are already a pair of the present. And when you think that Korea already have the Olympic champions in the mixed doubles event, Lee Yong-dae and Lee Ho-jung, a little bit ominous for the rest of the world. Korea, really, they've had a tradition always in doubles, men's doubles, women's doubles, and mixed doubles as well. And my goodness, they seem to be in good stead right again now.
It certainly seems like that. I mean, the way the Koreans are playing, it is the Korean style. No mistakes or a minimal amount of mistakes in the game, and that's why they are still producing world-class players.
I remember a couple of years ago at the Korean Open, I went down to the training camp in the morning, a practice session, before the players were playing matches in the afternoon, quarterfinals day or something. And I watched all the top doubles players having a 2-hour intensive session in the middle of the Super Series tournament. That was their warm-up in preparation for the matches in the afternoon. It's phenomenal. We just don't do that in Europe. We don't have that sort of intensity and physicality in the way we prepare.
Definitely not. I was exactly thinking about the same thing. How often do we do that? Preparing with the 2-hour training session before some major matches. It is very rare. And maybe that's why that the Koreans is producing so many good players. Hard practice and lack of mistakes. And of course as well, good skill, because they're also having good skill.
Yeah, I think that's sometimes something that we forget about in Europe, because we watch these top Asian players, the Chinese and the Koreans, Indonesians, Malaysians, you know, and they're all so fit and so fast and agile on court. But we get blinded by that in a way, and we forget that we watch this level of mixed doubles, and the skill of these 4 players on court is quite phenomenal. We don't always recognise it.
No, that's true, Jill. I definitely think that the skills also influence why the Europeans having such a difficulty really being the strongest in the world. The skill-wise, I think the Asians are on top.
Wouldn't disagree with that at all. But Europe have got to wake up to that fact. Start concentrating on skill development rather than just looking at the physical preparation.
3.
Yeah, he's losing his patience a little bit now. I'm really surprised, because I think I actually said it in the second game. I was expecting Zheng Bo to take control of the match. Having won that opening game, he's the experienced player. I felt that he knew about winning and that he would make that count. But now he's the one that is looking frustrated, not keeping his patience. And perhaps, of course, we know that she has made one too many errors in this match, but he's got to keep faith with her and keep encouraging her.
But to be honest, he doesn't do that. I feel that Ma Jin is more or less by herself on the court, fighting to just play as well as she can.
Goodness gracious, what on earth was that?
Well, he's getting frustrated because he feels that he's all by himself on court, and I've got an obstruction on court, and that's Ma Jin. That's his thoughts, and that is ridiculous. I mean, use Ma Jin to do the things that she's good at, and then focus on what you have to do. And he's not focusing on what he has to do now.
Play. Service over. 4-5.
There is a lack of communication between the 2 Chinese players, and that is worrying as far as the Chinese fans are concerned. Walk to the centre of the court, both the Koreans slightly hesitant, not sure which one should take it. And that's about the first time in the whole of the semi-final that they've really been confused like that. And Zheng Bo really venting his frustration, swiping his racket after the rally. Obviously not at all happy with his partner.
Play. Play.
Trying to communicate with each other. Yeah, and he's just indicating, look, you've got to come over the top of the shuttle, get it down steeper. Well, she's certainly trying to do that. Encouragement perhaps will gain better results for him.
7-5.
perfect. And the low serve is perfect too. Not even eye contact between the two Chinese players. Losing all discipline in his game. Well, I can certainly remember playing mixed doubles myself with one of your teammates, Steen Fladberg. We were fortunate enough to get to #1 in the world ranking, and he always used to say to me, encourage me, and don't be afraid, he said on court, go for the net, don't be afraid, it doesn't matter, and it was just so encouraging the whole time, and my confidence grew and grew because of it.
20 seconds.
And I can really feel for Ma Jin at the moment. Doubles is about the partnership, the communication, the working for each other.
11-5.
Even though Ma Jin is facing such a big challenge, she still gives encouragement to Zheng Bo.
11-5, play.
6-point advantage. The qualifiers.
Service over.
Zheng Bo, the two-time defending champion.
6-11.
Low serve ball just short.
7-12.
Mentally, Zheng Bo is gone.
He definitely is. I mean, trying one smash and then giving up, not even ready for the defense.
Service over. 8-13.
Along with that back line.
9-13.
No belief.
14-9.
Good return of serve.
10-14. Thank you. 10-14, play.
Errors flowing from his racket now, Zheng Bo. And there's certainly no point blaming your partner if you're the one making the mistakes.
20-10.
Well, I wonder if we've ever had qualifiers in the final of the All England mixed doubles before. If we have, it'll certainly be a long time ago. Yeah. The Chinese pair have psychologically been broken.
10.
And it's all due to the quality of the Koreans.
18.
Just 3 points away from a place in the All England final. Shuttle deflected by bouncing off the tape.
11-18.
Exactly 1 hour of play.
Over. 19-11.
Two tantalising points. All that's required for the qualifiers. Brilliant. Anticipated, looked for the drive across court. And now Ko and Ha have 9 match points.
Over. 12-20.
Surely too little, too late. Still match point, of course. This time! And what hit involvement! Ko Hyun turns to the Korean fans because he and his partner, Jung Eun, have caused a sensation here at the Onyx All England Championships. Through to the final after starting the week in the qualifying competition.
That's won by
Came back from a game down against the two-time defending champion Zheng Bo with his new partner Ma Jin. And Kang Kyun Jin, the Korean coach, absolutely delighted with that, and rightly so. What a tremendous match. Confirmation of the score, 20-22, 24-22, 21-12. Well, she needn't think that she is totally to blame. Far from it. Distraught. And now Chen Zingdong trying to offer his condolences. Chinese teammates, women's doubles players, try to console her. but feel sorry for her. First experience in the All England semi-final, and of course she desperately wanted to win, but it certainly wasn't entirely her fault that they lost. Poor thing, absolutely distraught. Well, we've had a wonderful semi-finals day here, of course, and finals to look forward to tomorrow. We, of course, will be here. And just to give you the order of play, we're going to start with the mixed doubles. Men's singles, women's singles. This, of course, is not necessarily the order of play, and when you consider that the Koreans have only just come off court to put them on first, perhaps might be a little tough, but what a dream final for the men's singles. The world #1 against the three-time former champion, Lin Dan, the Olympic champion. And then Tina Rasmussen, what a wonderful recovery today. A game and 4-14 down, and she came back to win through. And she, of course, will be up against a former world junior champion from China, Hyun. Men's doubles will be Hyun and Fu Haifeng up against Koreans Han and Huang. And then an all-Chinese women's doubles, Zhang Yawen and Zhao Tingting up against Zheng and Zhao. Youngsters that did so well at the end of last year, winning 3 tournaments in 3 weeks. So they really are a pair for the future. But of course, in case you're just wondering about that women's doubles, it does mean that the reigning Olympic champions were beaten. Du Jing and Yu Yang beaten by Zhang and Zhao in the semi-final. 3 games it was. That was on the adjoining court. But of course, masses for us to look forward to tomorrow. They will be great finals, and I certainly hope that you will be joining us then. 12:30 local time here in the UK. Hope you'll be with us. But in the meantime, from Paula Eric, Hoya Larson and myself, Jill Clark, and all of us here in Birmingham, hope to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.